To give you a sense of the game, The Presence, today, we'll give you a full preview of what's involved in the game, the theme, the mechanisms, and what other games it's like. This is Legendary Tactics.
Okay, boys, so we just finished our first game. What is your take on this?
Well, to talk about the mechanisms, because I think that's
your specialty.
My specialty.
Yes.
How does it work?
So the game itself plays out, I don't know, it almost feels a little bit like Clue or something like that.
Right.
Because you're wandering through this mansion. Now it has open and closed doors and locked doors and so forth. And you're revealing clues that are going to allow you to guess which of these 4 cards is in which order, right? Because they're all going to be set up like this, and the deck's going to be constructed a certain way.
Yes.
So that so this one has more of this particular symbol. So we'll glance at this. So this broken mirror, I guess it is.
Yes.
So there'll be more broken mirror cards that you'll run across. So it'll likely be in this position.
So
this one's more rare. The mask is more rare, so you're probably not going to see
that as often, right?
So the more alike clues suggest it's farther to the left.
Yes, exactly.
So as you progress through the game, you get increasing amounts of information.
Yes, and so now you may still have to guess ultimately, but the idea is that you want to reveal these clues or reveal these secrets, with these clues that you've discarded, and as long as you've discarded enough of the type that matches that secret, then you will get some bonuses. If you get it completely
category.
wrong, then you'll sink yourself pretty fast.
So that's what we're up to. Now, you played a very different role. You were the spirit of the house. So tell us about that role.
So my role is basically I get these spirit dice that move around and can have various effects in the rooms that they're in. But what I find kind of interesting is that I have an alignment, so it can be good or it can be evil, and so depending on the nature of your ghost, you can play according to that style. Now, if you're evil, you may not want to give it away right off the bat. You may want to sabotage things as the game progresses, and if you're good, you're trying to win typically with the players in some way.
Excellent.
I would say we got lucky in our game because we kind of figured out, or at least you gave us a lot of indicators that you were a good ghost.
Yes,
you were on our side.
But if I had been really
cagey about
it's my moment, I could have had you guys totally tricked.
Yes,
could have probably. You had us reeled in. I think
you would have been in trouble because I could have sabotaged you, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, and I found in the game we were milling a lot, trying to find the clues, trying to get items that are going to benefit us, get us out of certain situations, heal us up, unlock doors. So it's almost a loot search, and it's an action efficiency game where you're working together. If you're close together, you can communicate. If you're not, you can't. In order to solve the puzzle, and again, it's a puzzle solving game.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to get your cards in the right order, cycling your deck the right way. We struggled to get our candles lit. That actually mitigates some of the speed with which you go through your deck if you can get those candles going, so you can see the clues more clearly, I guess.
Yes.
So now, Kex, can you talk to us about other games that this reminds you of, or anything else?
Yeah, there were a few games that really jumped out at me when I was playing this game. One was Clue. There's a lot of tie into Clue. Now Clue is kind of like a watered down version, I'd say. This is definitely this has got a lot more complexity to it. So you're not but Clue is kind of the basic kind of even the look to it generally too. I would think it definitely has got some Lovecraft kind of influences in here. Some of the Cthulhu series has got some flavor in here. And those were two big ones. Mansion of Madness to some degree we talked about, but it's more of a modular board. But those were some big ones that really struck out to me.
Right. Now,
Trail House on the Hill 2 would be the last one.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one. In terms of Cthulhu, I don't see the Cthulhu mythology in terms of the mythos, the creatures, that sort of thing.
No.
But I get what you're saying, that it's it's a dark game. There's exploration, and there's the sense of evil or good in the house. You're not quite sure which.
Right.
So I think thematically it works that way. Now, the last item that I wanted to talk about was in terms of when or where you might play a game like this. This was very quick to learn, I found. You spent a lot of time with the rules, however.
Yeah. Now, the rules are still, this is just a prototype, we should say, that was sent to us by Purple Lantern Games. And they said that the rules are still under development and so forth.
In the works,
so they're not yet in their final form. But anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Well, so I would say from the outset, I mean, there are familiarities between this game and other games. It did take you a little bit to learn it, but when you taught it to us, it was very quick. We jumped into the gameplay, 3 actions each. There's cards that say what you can do. So it's trading, playing cards, using the powers of the rooms, walking around, resting to cycle your deck, lighting your candle. That's essentially it. So the game is fairly manageable. Could you play it with a family and with kids? Absolutely, I think. Especially when the adult gets to play the more complex role of the spirit.
Yeah, and in the rules it actually says that the person who is the
most
person who learned the rules first or the most experienced should be the spirit.
Okay, that makes
Everyone
sense.
else should be the visitors. Yes.
It's a fairly quick play, I would say. So we had 2 games of this, and in our first game, we lost rather quickly, or the time just counted down, and the game was over like that because we just didn't execute in the right way, that sort of thing. This game, we pushed the time, but it still didn't feel too long.
No.
It doesn't ever stay.
2 to 5 players, 90 to 150 minutes. It says ages 14 plus. That's just probably liability, so they don't kids don't choke on the tokens. But I would easily go down to an 8-year-old.
Yeah, well, for a
10-year-old.
3-player game that we played.
We accept no liability, by the way. If your child swallows tokens, you're younger.
But a 3-player game, I think that takes about an hour. But if you were playing 5 players and there was a bunch of interactions going on, I could see it going 90 minutes or more.
Think time and everything else. Yeah, sure. A little bit of text to
trying
read.
to puzzle it out.
Sure.
And I think the flavor of the game would change. This felt like a very collaborative, cooperative game because you were helping us the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was very clear that you were opening doors and being friendly. I think the experience would change, and it would be a much harder game if you were working against us.
Yes.
So that can change the difficulty level, and you never know which difficulty you're going to be in for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Great, so that's been our preview of the game. If you have any questions about the game, please let us know in the comments so we can fill in any gaps that you might have. But don't forget to get out there.
Get gaming.
And be legendary.